Hello, hello, hello. I don't know what to say. I've never done this before, ever in my life. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel for the very first time ever. My name is Sarah and I am going to be your host, your guide, hopefully your girl. Let's be friends. So today we're going to be doing a first impressions and wear test of the new ABH foundations and setting powder. I'm really excited to try these out. So I was sent these in PR. That being said, this is not a sponsored video, so all of the opinions that I will tell you are my own. Just so you guys know, I have got super combination skin. I have a super oily T-zone, mainly in my nose, and then my cheeks are on the drier, normal to drier side, but my skin overall is quite dehydrated as well. I'm also 31, so my skin does have some signs of aging. You know, it's not as firm or bright or whatever as it was when I was 18. I'm not 18. So I'm hoping that this is gonna find somebody else that has similar skin type to me. Maybe some people that are in their 30s that are looking for something that's gonna look good on skin that isn't 18 or in their 20s. Things change. Things change when you get older, okay? And that's okay. We can still wear makeup. Just so you guys know, I hate the notion that people that are in their 30s or over their 30s or older than that can't do certain things. You will never hear me say, if you're over 30, stop doing this, because that's my biggest pet peeve. I hate that so much. We get older. We all get older, and we should embrace that instead of fighting it and trying to make ourselves or other people feel bad for not being 18 anymore, like it's some embarrassing thing that we are in our 30s. Or we're grown. We're grown-ass women now. And honestly, my 30s have been, so far, the whole year and a half of them, have been the best time of my life. My 20s were whatever. My teens, I absolutely hated. So I'm coming into my prime now, and I'm embracing that, and you should embrace that too. I love it. But I'm rambling. Let's get into this. These PR packs are beautiful. Look at this. You can see my reflection. Look at how beautiful this is. I've got, oh my god, look at those fingerprints. I'm disgusting. This is a first impressions video, but full disclosure, I obviously have touched this. I mean, CSI would have my ass. I'd be in jail for those fingerprints. This is what Anastasia Beverly Hills website says about the foundation. It is cruelty-free and vegan. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation is a water-resistant liquid foundation that gives a luminous natural finish. The radiant formula delivers long-wearing medium coverage, yet still feels weightless and looks ultra fresh. This is the coverage you've been waiting for. Amazing. Retails for $38 American. I don't know, what is that, like $97 million Canadian? It is currently 10:46 a.m. Just for time-wise, I've matched myself already as well. I am 160, as you can see here. So I am going to do half of my face with a brush. I'm going to use the brush that came with it, which is the A30 brush from ABH. They sent this in the pack as well. My skin, I used to love only using a brush. Then once I started getting a little bit older, I found that almost all brushes left it quite streaky. So I switched to a beauty sponge and I like it a lot more, but this is science. I believe that's what Norvina had said the brush was made for, was this formulation. So we're gonna see how it goes. All right, let's get into this. Let's get the hair out of the way. Okay. It is very luminous. I have a feeling that one pump might not be enough for what I am trying to achieve. I'm gonna do another little pump for half my face. Dot it all around. Gonna swirl it in. Well, you know what? So far, I'm actually a little bit impressed. Brushes on me tend to be like very, very streaky, like super streaky. And this one so far is not too bad at all. So I don't hate it with a brush. That's kind of crazy to me. Okay. Just because my skin is on the oilier side in spots, I am a little bit nervous about a luminous foundation. Luminous foundations are typically, not typically, but luminous foundations can be on oily skin. So I guess we're gonna see. We are definitely going to set it with a powder, even though the website said you can skip it, but I can't skip it. So, but yeah, this is, I mean, Luminous is definitely correct. Now we're going to try the other side with a beauty sponge. I've got my personal favorite here, and that is the Bakerie blending eggs. I like the size and the feel. They're soft, but they're also like dense enough. I don't know if that makes sense, but I really like these. So does my cat, because she's eaten 5 of them. So, one pump. We'll start with one pump. And we will dabby it all over the place. Definitely faster for me to use a beauty blender versus a brush, I feel like. Okay, you know what I think? Because I actually don't mind this. I don't normally like lighter coverage foundations. I don't know why, but this actually looks pretty nice. I'm gonna do another pump on this side just so that we match coverage wise. Yeah. I'm liking that a lot more. I don't know what side I like more. To be honest, I feel like the finish looks the same with both. I don't see any streaks with the brush. Oh, actually I see a little bit on my nose right here. I'm just gonna pat that out. And I used about the same amount of product. On both sides, so. But I'm not mad at the brush for sure. I think I like the beauty sponge better just because it's quicker for me. And I don't have to worry about streaks because I would probably pat over the brush again with a beauty blender. Anyway, I'm not gonna today just because we're doing science. So, all right. I'm really kind of loving this finish, actually. I really hope that it lasts on my oily skin. I really hope that I do because I like this a lot. I like the way that this looks so far. I'm definitely powdering, but I like the way that it looks so far, so I really hope that this holds up for me. I'm gonna go off camera quickly here and do my brows, and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna do concealer, and then we're gonna try out the new setting powder. And I'm very, very excited to try that out as well. So be right back. All right, well that took all 4 of the evers. I got my brows on, big difference. And we're gonna jump right into concealer. We're gonna jump in with the Magic Star Concealer. This is my current favorite concealer product that I've been using on the daily for the past few months. I usually mix the shades C5 and C6, so let's get into it. We have this behemoth here with all of the fingerprints and the powders in here. These are big, like these powders are massive. Let's just see what the ABH website has to say about the powders. Anastasia Beverly Hills Loose Setting Powder perfects, brightens, and sets makeup in place with ease. This lightweight, superfine powder formula goes on smoothly as it absorbs oil, minimizes shine, and leaves you with a flawless matte finish. So this retails for $36 US on their website, and you get 25 grams of powder. And these guys are big. Like, that's a big guy. I'm gonna set my under eyes with the banana powder and then the rest of my face with the translucent. Oh, it is really soft. All right, so you can already tell it's taken down that like extreme shine that I had going on here, but it's still like a nice satin finish. Like, it still looks pretty nice and glowy. So it doesn't look cakey or anything like that. I like the finish so far. And we are going to set this side with the brush. Well, I really do like the finish of this powder so far. For my under eyes, I like it. Okay, and next we are going to go in with the translucent to set the rest of our face. Our face. I love how we're sharing my face right now. So with mine, I really like to just press it. I press it into my nose especially. Just because, like I said, I have issues usually with it moving a little bit. And then I just dust it on my forehead. Okay. Well, we'll see how that looks after we wipe off the excess, but I will go on this side with the Beauty. Again, I just press it. I really press it into my nose. So I'm going to just dust off the excess. I'm just using an old e.l.f. kabuki brush that I have. We're just gonna dust it off. So like I said, my skin is quite dehydrated. So after I've powdered my face, my skin tends to look like dull and kind of dry. So what I do to make my makeup look a little bit less like makeup and a little bit more natural is I will take my dewy set from ABH as well right after I've powdered, and I will spray that all over my face. And then I just dry it, you know, like a normal person would. I don't see any creasing or anything like that around my nose like I normally get yet. It hasn't oxidized, it hasn't moved weird. But yeah, very first impressions, I like the way that this foundation looks. Like, there's still, that luminosity is still there, if you can see. It's not matte. The powder hasn't completely mattified it, which is great because I don't want a flat face. I have oily skin, but I want to be dewy too. I don't get to be dewy because I have oily skin, and I'd like to figure that out for myself. So I'm going to go and do the rest of my face makeup, and then I'm gonna come check back in, and we'll see how everything is looking. Alright, so I am back. I've got my full face on. It is now 1:41, so it's been about 2.5 hours, I guess, since I put my base on. I've just kind of been tinkering around the house a little bit today, so I haven't really been, I don't know, really testing this foundation. Like, I'm not working out or anything. But so far, I mean, I do still really, really like the finish. Obviously, I have some intense highlight on there, but the finish of the actual foundation itself is good. I don't see any settling into my lines up in my forehead. Really minimal creasing around just one side of my nose. My oil hasn't even really peeked through. I did notice that when I was doing my makeup or finishing up my makeup, I brushed against my nose and it did wipe some off there, so I wasn't expecting it to be fully transfer resistant, especially on this oil slick of a nose that I have. But other than, like, I don't have any creasing in my smile lines, none in the corners of my mouth. Sometimes I get creasing here where my chin, I don't know, is that a chin crease? Sometimes I get that there. Yeah, nothing is settling into any lines that I have here. I'll just zoom you in. Let's get up close and personal here. I don't see any forehead creasing either, which is really, really great. Nothing is settling into my lines or texture at all, and my smile lines are doing pretty good. 2.5 hours in, not a crazy long time, but it looks nice. And we are back. It is now 9:01. It's been 10.5 hours that I've been wearing this foundation. Looking at it, I'm a little shiny, and my nose is very, very oily. I didn't blot. I made a point not to blot or touch up at all today. I just wanted to see how it performed just on its own. I think around 5 or 6 hours in is when I would have blotted, which is really pretty good for me because I'm so oily on my nose. I will just come in closer and you can see like a little bit of wear here around my nose. It creased a little bit around this side of my nose, but it didn't do it on this side at all. It is like it's sheet oily, but that's me. I'm just a grease ball. It looks decent still. A little bit of clinging around my mouth, a little bit right here, but literally nothing in my smile lines, which is awesome. But she's luminous. She is. Like, I've got highlight on, obviously, but other than that, you can see it's definitely wiped off a lot right here, on both sides, because again, just me touching myself. Touching my face. Also, it hasn't sunk into any of my pores. It's not bringing any attention to my pores because it's not sinking into anything here. Overall, today I'm happy with it. I think that it looks really nice. As the day went on, this kind of, like, I don't want to say settled, but like settled, I guess, onto my face, and it almost looked more natural as the day went on. Looked dewy. That was my goal. Yeah, like, overall, I'm happy with this. There will never be a foundation in the world ever that stops me from getting oily in the day. All I want is a foundation that can hang on, just hang on through that oil. That's all I need, and you know what? This did that. So thank you guys so much for sticking with me through this journey. I had fun today, and you know, I hope that you enjoyed this too. So maybe subscribe to my channel. Maybe like this video. I don't know. I can't tell you what to do, but, you know, I would appreciate that. Thanks for being a friend. Bye. Hey everybody, and welcome to my channel for the very first time ever. My name is Sarah, and I don't know what to say next. What do you even say after that? Oh, who's a good kitten? Oh, not you.